Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Backpacking. I'm Mackenzie Nelson and welcome back to India. In my last video I talked about coming to a yoga school for a month to do my 200-hour yoga teacher training program, basically what is going to help me become a yoga teacher. You probably clicked on this video because you're curious and becoming a yoga teacher or coming to India specifically or coming to Goa, even more specifically for yoga teacher trainings. And I just wanted to make a whole video kind of day in the life of what it's been like if you're just curious what that is like, or if you are curious about coming to do your own training. But before I get started in kind of the day in the life, I just wanted to sit down and explain the school I'm at and why I chose this school, what it kind of looks like, all the fun things and all the logistical things before we get into all the fun different kinds of classes and things I've been doing every single day. I actually heard of this school called Kashish Yoga here in Palolem, Goa, which is South Goa, in the beachy southern tip of India. I was recommended this school by a friend who came a few years ago, so it was a very easy choice. I knew I'd been wanting to do my yoga teacher training for years now, and it kind of just felt like the right time. I knew I wanted to come back to India, and so I decided to just book this training, and I'm so glad I did because it has been absolutely amazing. We've had the most amazing school, the most amazing teachers, and a beautiful group to study with. So here at Kashish Yoga, they really focus on authentic learning. They focus on Ayurvedic medicine incorporated into all the meals, and even they have an Ayurvedic doctor on site giving massages and consultations to anything that you have questions about. And they also focus on having fun while you're here in India, because some people only come to Goa, only come to India for this training and then go back home. And so they really like to incorporate different fun things like cooking classes to learn about Ayurvedic cooking and Indian cooking. We have done a sari draping class, which they dress you up in the traditional Indian wear and you get to have a whole Bollywood dance party. It's also located really close to the beach, so they provide bikes that you could go and take a bike out to see the beach, see some towns. They also arrange any scooter rentals or tuk-tuk rentals. I talk a little bit more about this in the tour I do of Kashish. So as you can see, because of all these things, it was a very clear answer of why I wanted to come to this school in particular, but there are so many great schools that you could choose from. Just making sure to read through the schedule and the pamphlet and everything that the school has to offer and see if that's a right fit for you. It is a very intense, very fast-paced course. If you're coming for only a month, doing 200 hours of studying, yoga practice, and living on site is very intense, but it is the most rewarding, and it allows you to be fully immersed and focused doing these practices of detoxing and eating right and practicing yoga every single day. It just really helps you immerse fully, although it is very intense. So our school schedule kind of looks like Monday through Saturday. We have normal classes all day sprinkled in with some fun activities, and then Sundays we have completely free and you get to just explore the neighboring beaches. But Sundays are for you to relax and recharge for the next week ahead. Also, something I wanted to mention is Kashish, the 200-hour program, was a multi-style program, which means I didn't just choose one path of yoga or one style of yoga. It means I got to practice Ashtanga, Hatha, Vinyasa, Yin, and Aerial, and we even did some fun classes of Sup Yoga, which is on the stand-up paddle boards in the Kashish pool. This is actually my very last day at Kashish as a student, but also as a teacher, because yesterday I graduated, and in the end of the program you take a practical test and a theory test. So the theory test is a written exam, but it's really not as hard as you think. If you stay focused and study and do little pop quizzes in your mind or read through your notes every night, you'll get there. And then there is a practical exam, which ours was 45 minutes long. You teach a class just as if you were going to teach a class when you leave Kashish, and any style you want, because we are a multi-style programs. So I chose to teach a vinyasa style because vinyasa has no rules, and I just wanted to have fun as it was one of our last group practices together, and it went really, really well. So I would love to say now I am a yoga teacher, which is so exciting. I also just wanted to say, if you guys have any questions at all about yoga teacher training, Goa, Rishikesh, India, or in your Western country, where's the best place, what kind of style you want to do, if you have any questions at all, please just comment down in the comments. I do really try to get back to everybody in those comments, so I will see you and I will try my best to answer you. But with that being said, I think that is all I really wanted to cover before we get into the whole vlog. And I basically just want to take you on a day of the life to show you a bit of what your schedule could look like if you're coming to Kashish or if you're doing any kind of yoga training program. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First thing as we wake up is a detoxification called Shat Karma. There's actually 6 total Shat Karma practices, detox practices, but we only do 2 of them here at the yoga training. The first one that we do in the morning is get this like eye cup thing, fill it with just plain drinking water, and you hydrate your eyes essentially. The next practice we do is we get this like cup thing and we put warm salty water in there, not quite as salty as the ocean and not like drinking water, just salty water that you don't really want to drink, but it has to be warm because your insides are warmer than the outsides. And essentially you put it through one nostril, it'll drain out the other nostril and flow out. And that's why I got my tissues, because you have to blow out all the water after you do that. It actually feels really good. At first it felt really awkward, but now it feels good. Isn't the most attractive thing to do. And now we do the other side. Like I said, not the most attractive thing that you could do, but it really helps with the pranayama in the practice that we are just about to do early in the morning. But first they give you like a juice, a detox juice. I'm guessing that this one is the beet juice that we've had before. Just helps with the lymphatic system and the blood circulation. It's bottoms up. Now our very first class of the day after the Shat Karma, after the detoxification, we have to do pranayama, which are different kinds of breathing technique. You usually do it before and after a class to warm you up for the practice. But here we just learn about different kinds of breathing techniques and we get to try them out and get to start our day that way. We have been learning Kapalabhati, which is like the deep bellow breathing but really fast, rapid breaths, exhalations. Then we've been learning Shitali, which is a fun one. It's like a cooling breath versus the other one that we have been practicing is like a breath to get you warmed up and heated. So you just like roll your tongue into a taco, you breathe in, and then you breathe out through your nose, like.
Is food and nutrition, but it is for the energy purpose.
Yeah. We just finished our philosophy class, which I actually think is like my favorite class that we do. We're going to go into our anatomy class, which is also a really fun class. The teacher explains anatomy in a very simple easy way because anatomy is so intricate and so detailed. But today we actually have presentations, so you'll see us teaching today.
Our veg is going to be the lungs, the heart is here, you guys are the organs.
You guys are the rest of the body. There's a superior vena cava and an inferior vena cava into the heart, or into the lungs, I'm sorry, where the cycle then continues on through the respiratory system. Thank you.
You have to first tighten it, placing it to the lower back. Lift your legs. You should start one, then you adjust.
Nice.
Germany, that's almost 10%.
We're starting here with a tour of Kashish Yoga. We're going to go around the grounds, but we're starting right here at our room, lucky number 11. This is where all the magic happens. We are in a 6-bed dorm, but it is all female. I'm not really sure when the males come and if they put them in a whole different dorm, but there's not many males here anyways training, so at the moment we're only females, but I do think that it could be co-ed. I'm in this middle bed here. I'm super neat and tidy because I knew that this tour was happening. I didn't get a chance. Don't look at that. I didn't get a chance to tell everybody to clean up. But we have 2 bathrooms, which is really nice since there's 6 people and we're showering almost 2 or 3 times a day and getting up super early. We all get up at different times, but we even have like our own outlet and light socket. We have fans above and we have like mosquito nets. Now let's go see the rest of Kashish. So right now is lunchtime, so it's pretty chill. Everybody is off doing their own studies or reading or probably napping or at the coffee shop. But we have a lot of these different little hangout areas and hammocks. They just put the hammocks up like last week. This is our dining hall. It is all vegetarian here. We do eat dairy and gluten here. 3 meals a day included, except for Sundays, but no coffee, only chai. Chai is good though. And then after every meal, or if you use any of the plates or utensils, you have to come here and do your karma yoga, your yoga of action, where you are serving others, but also yourself by cleaning up after yourself. We actually have an Ayurvedic doctor on site. Ayurveda is a really old way of medicine, a study of medicine, but you also get an Ayurveda massage included in your course, which I have also not taken advantage of, which I need to do. This is hall number 4, where we have spent most of our time every day. Our small group of 5 for the 200 hour has been practicing and working and learning in hall number 4, which you've seen in all the videos. But we also, out here, hall number 4, we do the Shat Karma, so the detoxing every morning. Here is hall number 5, or also known as the aerial studio. Aerial is a type of yoga, a more modern way of yoga, where you hang from these silk hammocks, which we're actually doing a class tonight, and I want to film that because it is so much fun. But other than like all the really intensive, really serious classes like Ashtanga and Hatha that we do almost daily, we also get to try out some fun different types of yoga like acro yoga and aerial, and then we're going to go to the pool where we do sup yoga, stand-up paddleboard yoga. This is our lovely pool space here at Kashish, where we get to try SUP paddleboard, but you could also hang out at the pool on your off day, on Sundays, or anytime nobody is using the pool, you could go in and just lounge. And then coming to the very entrance and exit of Kashish, where they take security very seriously. You have to sign out and sign back in when you come off and on to the property as well. You could rent your own scooter. We did last Sunday and it was so much fun for 600 rupees. There's also bikes that you could hire for free. You could take these out on your lunch break, before school, after school. We also do beach yoga, where you could take a bike to the beach and then we could go do a vinyasa flow on the beach. After our lunch break, we get started right away with our teaching practice class, which has become a really, really fun class. At first, we were teaching each other different flows, like a sun salutation, if you know it. And now the teacher has assigned us different postures, different asanas per person to teach, just like a couple per class. Today I am teaching reverse plank and camel pose, two quite intensive stretches, I would say. But I've learned that if I am like sitting here really trying to focus on what to say, how to cue the alignment and things like that, like really stressing about it, then I don't end up teaching well. But if I kind of wing it in a way, like I come prepared but I wing it, then I feel like it flows out of my mouth a lot better. So I'm trying not to overthink it, as how I feel it in my body when I'm doing it with the students is how I want to be able to teach it, if that makes sense. Anyways, you learn a lot about yourself and how you want to teach, doing things like the yoga teacher program, but there's also a lot of people here that actually are doing the YTT, but they don't even want to teach. They just want to come and improve their practice and learn about the philosophy, learn about the anatomy behind yoga, and I'm sure that they are getting so much out of it because so little of this program is the teaching practice. Coming to sit in your Dandasana, we're going to come into Purvottanasana, or reverse plank. Bring your wrist to the back of your hip, and it's at your elbow. That should be where you place your wrist. Pressing into your heels, we're going to inhale, pressing our hips up to the sky, keeping our chest bright. I'm doing it with you. We're going to breathe for 5, curling your toes, pointing your toes, 4, opening your chest. Exhale as you push your hips forward, leading with your chest up to the sky. Staying here, pressing your elbows back if that's comfortable. If you want, holding on to your heels, bringing the thumbs on the inside of your heels to open up your chest further. Dropping your head back, pushing your hips forward. Okay, and this is my lovely crew who I've been learning yoga with. No, it's cool when you get to learn with so many different people and body types and ages and genders. Like there's a group that has like a whole family, varying different ages, and that's just incredible because you learn to teach and adjust these different types of bodies and different types of movements that they could do versus what you could do. So it helps strengthen you, I think, in your cueing and knowledge about yoga a lot more as well. But I love my group. They're so kind. I love them. We've been having a lot of fun together. Now, I am completely new to aerial. It has only been a new thing for me this week, and it is such a great way to decompress the spine, to relax in different postures that you've never even tried before. I'm loving aerial. It's really fun. But now that we've finished class, our last asana class for the day, our last physical practice for the day, it's chai time, shower time, and then we have meditation, which they do a different sort of meditation every day, which is really nice. So you never really know what's coming, but one of the teachers did give me a hint, and I think that tonight is a kirtan, and that's why I wanted to film it tonight specifically, because kirtans are one of my favorite ways to meditate. But I just love a kirtan. It's basically a singing circle, and you sing and you devote yourself to whoever you're singing to, and you dance and you clap and you play music, and it's really, really fun.
Ganesha Sharanam
Ganesha Sharanam
Sharanam
Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha
Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Chandra Chandra Anathanatha Dina Bando Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda. Next one.
Oh, I did that last week.
And then we had
Hello.